This morning's weather is exceptionally unpleasant. It was difficult getting up, and yeah, the wind is blowing, so it was a struggle to take down the tent with it blowing away, and I had nowhere solid to put the bike so I can load it, and it was just a struggle, and it's cold and unpleasant. And it's the Northern Cape. It's supposed to be dry and warm, but it's not. I'm going to Kamiskroon today. It's only 30 kilometers. At least the wind is blowing out of the northwest, so it's not going to be straight from the front. With my luck, it will turn and it will come straight from the front as soon as I start riding. But I'm only going 30 k's, and hopefully I do that quickly and can get a hot shower, and hopefully the campsite tonight is a nice place. And then tomorrow there might be a bit of rain, so maybe I'll stay there 2 nights and rest and recover a bit, but we'll see. Okay, so I've been suffering against the wind for quite a while now. I took an hour and 20 minutes to ride 15 kilometers, and I'm just checking the time. I want to get to Kamiskroon before 1 o'clock. Maybe I can still find some shop open where I can get some meat and some things to eat for tonight. But the slow rate things are going at now, it's going to be a struggle to get there before 1. But I'm going to try my best, and if I don't succeed, I'll eat 2-minute noodles and roadkill. I've made it to Kamiskroon. I did not think I'm gonna make it. 3 kilometers in, I thought surely it would be morally acceptable to take a lift, because it's physically impossible to actually get here against the wind that was flippin' blowing and uphill. And yeah, I just kept on pedaling, and eventually I got here. And then setting up camp in the wind was quite a struggle. The wind just took the tent the whole time, and it was quite difficult, and the ground is also so hard, so it's difficult to get tent pegs in and everything. I also couldn't find a shop with some meat or anything proper to eat for tonight, so I'm gonna go quickly check if I can find an open restaurant, well, little restaurant. And yeah, I just had a shower and calmed down a little bit because I was very angry at the wind. Ate the entire packet of Mari biscuits while I was showering. But yeah, I'm gonna go check if I can find a nice warm restaurant to sit in and eat something. So I've got a nice setup here. Got my tent set up here in the braai area, and my bicycle here also under the roof. Okay, the wind is relentless today. It let up a little bit just before 8 o'clock and fooled me to get out of bed, and then it picked up again. It's blowing out of the east. I'm going north, so hopefully it won't have too much of an effect. It's 9:30 and there's a lot of things I want to do in Springbok, so I'm gonna pedal hard and see how fast I can get there. I don't know how the elevation looks going to Springbok, but hopefully I can do it under 4 hours. It's 70 kilometers that I have to pedal today, and then get a COVID test and refill gas and all that type of stuff. So a little bit of admin I need to do, and we'll see how quickly I can get there. Okay, so yeah, suffering against the wind today, getting really irritated with the wind. But I came across this interesting wind is pushing me off the whole time. I'm never trusting the weather service again. They said 14 kilometers per hour winds. This is more like 40 to 60. Let's try again. Okay, where's the best light? Probably there. Today was the hardest day, one of the hardest of my life, but definitely the hardest day of the trip. The wind was peppering me from the front the whole day. 70 kilometers, uphill, downhill, didn't matter. I was struggling. I was blown off the road several times. Wind turned me around 180 degrees a couple of times. It was tough, and I got really irritated with the wind. I pulled over a car and I asked them if they can just take my luggage up to Springbok. I'll get it there, because the luggage is like a parachute. But unfortunately they said no, they are turning off way earlier. That was like after 15 kilometers already. So yeah, then I just pedaled on, and by some miracle I made it after 5.5 hours of riding. I was in time for the COVID test, and that was definitely the most unpleasant COVID test I've had so far. The woman stuck the thing in my nose and she says, okay, this is gonna tickle and now it's gonna hurt, and she just shoved it in. Yeah, was quite unpleasant, but yeah, did that. Then I got myself a lot of goodies at Spa, so I'm definitely rewarding myself for today's effort. And I'm gonna set up camp now, maybe have a shower, and then try to make some friends. There's a bunch of people in the campsite, which is lovely to see. It's very nice to see. So hopefully I can meet some cool people tonight, and I'll see what happens tomorrow. The COVID test results will only come in Thursday afternoon, so I'll be able to go over the border on Friday morning. I'm 120 kilometers from the border at the moment, so yeah, kind of just waiting for the COVID test and then I can go through. So that night I actually ended up making some friends, had a braai with them, braaied my rib patties, and yeah, had some wine with them, had a very good time. And the next day I went in to eat lunch at the lodge, and while I was there I got the COVID results, which came in earlier than expected, but it wasn't a good result. I tested positive for COVID. At that time I still had no symptoms, so I was very surprised, and I'm still not sure exactly where I would have gotten COVID, but yeah, tested positive for COVID, which meant I couldn't go over the border anytime soon. And yeah, that afternoon I started developing symptoms, and yeah, unfortunately with the entire situation I decided to call the trip. I didn't know how long it would take for me to test negative again, and also I didn't know how hard COVID was gonna hit me and how long I'm gonna have to recover before I could start cycling 100 kilometers a day again or whatever. So I decided to call the trip, and I came back to Middelburg in Mpumalanga, and I'm quarantining here, and then once I'm done quarantining I'll go to Boefan with some friends, and I'll go do a Namibia trip sometime this year, maybe still. Yeah, all depends on what's going on and whatever, and then maybe I'll do it with my friends. It was a very good trip. I did enjoy it. I suffered a lot, and a lot of things went wrong, but I did enjoy the trip. Um, but yeah, unfortunate that it had to be called early, but also happy that I'm gonna be seeing my friends earlier than expected, um, and happy to get back to Boefen earlier than expected and get back to climbing earlier than expected. So it's not all bad. Yeah, I am satisfied with what I got out of the trip. Um, yeah, now just recovering from COVID, and then we'll see what adventure awaits next.